Humans, my name is Mike, the Herald of the Gods. And welcome back to the Culture Gods channel, the channel of the gods. James Gunn just released a little teaser trailer, not trailer, but teaser snippet picture of Krypto. Now he says Krypto arrives on screens in Superman this summer, which I think he's talking about next summer. And on X, he writes, Krypto was inspired by our dog Ozu, who we adopted shortly after I started writing Superman. Ozu, who came from a hoarding situation in a backyard with 60 other dogs and never knew human beings, was problematic to say the least. He immediately came in and destroyed our home, our shoes, our furniture. He even ate my laptop. It took a long time before he would even let us touch him. I remember thinking, gosh, that's how James Gunn talks. Gosh, how difficult would life be if Ozu had superpowers? And thus Krypto came into the script and changed the shape of the story as Ozu was changing my life. What better time to debut the not so good boy Krypto than adopt a shelter dog month? By the way, Ozu today is fairly often a very good boy. Now, I've got thoughts. Or do I got thoughts? First of all, do any of y'all remember the 2005 cartoon Krypto the Super Dog? Came on Kids WB? No? Well, I do. And I think the only reason why any of us watched it, because being kids, I was still technically a kid at the time, I think, at heart still. You know, I was kind of grown, but still a kid, you know. So I was still watching cartoons. I still watch cartoons to this day. That shit ain't never gonna die. Like, I'm gonna watch cartoons to the day I'm dead. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But Krypto the Super Dog was like, it was like, you know, kitty family cartoon. It had all the, you know, animals representing all the Justice League. You know, it had my man Ace, the Bat Hound. Ace was the coolest dog ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, just look at this dog. Don't you want a dog like this? Wearing a fucking, with a mask and a fucking cape and shit, running around. No, Ace was just the coolest dog ever. But I don't think that, all right. So my thought about this is, why? And I think a lot of people are asking why. Do I hate it? Nah, I don't hate it. I don't love it. And what's starting to kind of worry me about James Gunn and James Gunn is like a super fan with the shit, just like the rest of us. But I think that sometimes some of the directors that are super fans go overboard with how they approach things. You know, they're excited to be in. It's like, great, okay, cool. We know you're passionate about the project, James. We got it. We know that you want to, you know, build something, an entire universe and connect it, James. Got it. But we still have yet to see Superman reignited in the DCEU on screen in a way that's consistent and has staying power. The last time we saw this shit was in the 80s with Christopher Reeves. That was the last time we saw a solidified Superman series. And as I mentioned in the last video about DCEU being too grounded, that tends to be the problem with DC. They might have a Superman in the last 20, I'd say, 2024. So I say in the last, we'll say like the last 30 years. Anytime they've tried to do any movie outside of Batman, it either fails or it fails to deliver the way Batman delivers. And you know what they do? They scrap it and go right back to a Batman series. They do it every single time. How many Batman series or trilogies have we had since 1989? We've had the Tim Burton, right? And then the 90s Batman movies made a killing. They tried to come back with Superman or something in between there. Didn't work out. Went right back to Christopher Nolan in a trilogy. Tried to do something in the meantime after that. Couldn't get it off the ground. Came right back. with the new the Matt Reeves Batman that we've been the Batman with the Penguin universe intertwined or interconnected in together. If they just stuck with focusing on Superman's universe and his world, well, not universe, but Superman's world, and build off of that, especially to feed all these Superman crazed fans out there that want the guy in the tights with the underwear outside his pants, the traditional Superman, which I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, I'm ready to kind of get him into a new costume. Like, Batman gets a new costume every time. Why do we gotta keep going back to the yellow belt with the red underwear on the outside? Like, that shit is played out. But I'll give it to the loyalists and the purists, because I'm a loyalist and a purist for things that I love from the past too. So I get it. But my point is, we have not gotten a pure Superman movie franchise gotten off the ground yet. We keep having these false starts. So now you're gonna throw in Krypto. You threw out the little screenshot of what the new Superman's costume was gonna look like. Everyone hated it. All over the internet. I was like, yo, let's just wait to see what the movie looks like. I don't give a fuck about the costume at this point. Let's just get Superman off the ground. Let's get this DCEU going, man. Straight. Let's get the train out the station. Batman always gets us out the station, and then there's a herd of cows on the road stopping us, and then we got to start from scratch. And we got to go all the way back to the station. Like, you got the Superman world built. It sounds like they got the script written, and now they're just throwing shit in there. So they got Krypto the Superdog. What they gonna do next? Mixoplick or whatever his name. They gonna throw Doomsday in there like they did with the other one. Like, I don't need a Krypto at this point. Let's let Superman breathe. Can we let Clark breathe? Clark ain't got to breathe since Christopher Reeves. Every time we do a new Superman movie, it's something else with Superman. We did Batman versus Superman. We didn't need that fucking movie at all. We didn't need it. We could have kept that. There were so many storylines from the comics tied into Batman versus Superman. I don't even want to think about it. It gives me a headache thinking about it. Why they interconnected all that shit just to tell the Batman versus Superman story. Those stories are way later in Superman's career. Way late. Doomsday? The first time we get to see this new version of Justice League with Superman and Batman on screen, you throw Doomsday in. He's the end of an era of Superman. I remember they stopped the fucking news. Not stopped the news, but it was on the news when they announced that Superman died in the comics. That's how big and monumental that moment was. This was back in the 90s, by the way. But that's how big it was. It was on the news, the death of Superman. So, I like it, but I still got a bad taste in my mouth from them doing the Batman versus Superman with the Doomsday and all that other bullshit, and not letting Superman just have his own thing. Man of Steel was great. I loved it. They gave us a villain that Superman could go toe to toe with. He wasn't just saving fucking cats from trees and helping old ladies cross the street and giving us corny one-liners and shit, which, again, we need a Superman, which is another video for another time. We definitely need a Superman in this crazy, chaotic MCU versus DC universe. We need a good, solid Superman movie. We don't need it to be all fucked up and blurry and fuzzy because we got all these other characters and shit on the sideline or distracting us. Just give us a good Superman movie. That's all we need. I didn't ask for Krypto. Yes, the picture is cute and cuddly. I'm a dog lover. I love dogs. I love animals. But I don't think we need Krypto in this movie. Now, what I think they're going to probably do is have Krypto at the very end of the movie, probably pop in like a cameo appearance or an end credit scene or something like that. That's what I think they're going to do. I don't think Krypto is going to be a main part of the story. But if he is a main part of the story, I hope that they give this reboot to Superman. They give Superman the shine, and they don't just focus it on Krypto, because I don't know how that's going to go off. Again, this is all speculation. I don't know what's going to come down. Only, James Gunn and his team and Matt Reeves know exactly what's going to happen. But for him to just adopt a dog and just go, you know what? This Superman movie needs a dog. You know what I'm saying? And just throw him in there when we haven't gotten a pure I'm sorry, since the Man of Steel, but they didn't finish that universe. We haven't gotten a pure Superman movie in so long. That's all most people really want to see. Again, don't hate it, don't love it. I'm just kind of like, kind of whatever. We'll just kind of wait and see type thing. But I really want to see my boy Ace. Ace the Bat Hound. Look at that face. How could you not love that face of Ace? That's gonna do it for me, man. Leave your comments in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you humans think? See you on the next video. Pull up on me. Don't do it for me. Do it for the Godz. I'm just saying, bro. Look at my dog, man. Keep flapping in the wind and shit. Got the bitches standing behind him and shit. Got his little collar on. Look, then he throw 3 batarangs. Nigga only got 4 paws, nigga. How the fuck? Took all 3 of them down. Little Krypto weak ass. Don't look at his little bat signal on his collar, man. You know what I'm saying? Little dog collar and his little jet pull up on him. Yeah, we out, bitch, man. Scooby-Doo could never, bro.